Thank you for letting me do a reading for you. I was told to just do it. Go for it. Don't think about it too much. I did have some signs and synchronicities come up today that reminded me of Alice in Wonderland, including teacups, also cats. I had a couple of other signals to Alice in Wonderland in the last couple of days, and I just knew that was meant to be part of this reading. So for the highest good of the person in front of me, Spirit, I ask you to bring out a card that we can read from this book to give me the clear vibe of like what this reading is about, to signal to me like what direction are we going, what questions are we going to be asking for this. If you're new to my circle, I am Paige. I'm a soul wellness guide. I am a life force. Let me see if I can speak. I am a life force energy practitioner and a love-based minister. I do this full time. This is my actual job. I also do other contract work on the side. That's newer though, getting back into the swing of helping people clean up chaos wherever the chaos may be in their life. And all things have balance. So we have the Wheel of Fortune coming out here. Quite a good card. We have a door closing. So something good may be opening with one door closing, another one opens. This is card number 10, which has to do, 10s in tarot have to do with completions, endings, which with every ending is a new beginning. This one says that the dodo stands atop a rock as his sea creature friends run around him in a circle to dry off. That sounds like chaos around him. They're just running around in circles. Waves keep coming one after another to drench the sea creatures, but still they carry on happily as each wave recedes and the sun shines on them again. The Wheel of Fortune is a reminder that life is always changing. Good times don't last forever, and neither do bad ones. This is reminding me of that saying, this too shall pass. 4:12 p.m. right now. That feels significant, like maybe April 12th. Maybe Psalm 41:2 or I don't know if there's a Psalm 4:12. Maybe Proverbs, somewhere in there in the Bible, Psalms or Proverbs. There may be something there. I'm just seeing like the Bible pages turning to the middle. Upright, the Wheel of Fortune is a celebration of change. Life isn't meant to be static. It's constantly moving and evolving. Sometimes this tarot card represents a pivotal moment or an unexpected event that changes the course of your life. Embrace change with positive optimism and trust that everything will work out just as it should. Wherever you're being nudged, wherever life is taking you, even if you're getting some unexpected news or things aren't working out the way that you quite thought that it would, I don't want to say the thing of like everything happens for a reason, but when the things are presented, believe that there is something that you are being protected from or guided to. I've had a lot of examples of this over the last week where something that happened in the past that was not great led me to what is happening now. So there was like a past ancestor of mine, past family member of mine that did horrible things to our family. And it is because of another family member leaving that person, getting out of that dangerous situation, and marrying somebody else that I now am learning that I have an opportunity for me and my kids that just presented itself because of some laws that passed. And so could I have ever imagined that, planned for that? I wasn't even born for that, for any of that stuff to happen for me. But sometimes the horrible things that people do or say or that happen to you are actually helping to guide you. It's not good that they happened, right? It's not good that they happened, but it's sort of the energy of making lemonade out of lemons. And if you believe in God, I believe in God, but you don't have to for this. God, higher self, your angels, energy, karma, if you believe in any of those types of things, then you will understand that everything is always working out in your favor. So even when something bad happens, know with positivity that something good will be presented anyway from it, no matter what. Whether your heart is broken or an opportunity passed by or felt like it was taken from you, always believe that a better, more aligned one is going to be on its way and that you will act on that one when it comes your way. Spirit, what else do we have for this individual? Thank you for guiding that first part of the message here. We have awakening 12. So we have the number 12. I said 412. Now we have 12 coming out. It's the giraffe. Every time I think of giraffes, I think of being able to see things that other people can't see. So you may be someone that can see things that other people can't see as well. Those long necks that reach high up. It reminds me of like being able to see things celestially, galactically, intuitively, on different dimensions, being able to feel things, maybe having like clairsentience where you have a sensing about things. But this one says, giraffe, look at things in a different way and all will make sense. So as whatever is coming at you or has come at you, comes at you, try to look at it from that different perspective, that different view of, I can't wait to see what God's going to make out of this. I can't wait to see what my higher self has made out of this. I can't wait to see what the universe is going to alchemize to bring justice and balance to my life after this thing happened. So if something negative is happening to you, remember that your life has to balance. It does have to balance in some way or another. It doesn't have to balance completely evenly. It could balance over multiple lifetimes. If you believe in that, I do. I'm not forcing that on you. But it could balance over multiple lifetimes or multiple years or decades or weeks or days, right? So you can have a really bad day, but then you have a really, really, really good day coming up, right? So just remember that whatever's coming at you, you will have balance coming for that. And that goes the other direction. So if for some reason you are awful to somebody, which I'm not really getting that, but I want to give an example. If you're awful to somebody, know that that will circle back and someone will be in turn awful to you. When, what situation, where, that is where it's like, almost like spaghetti. Like it could come in ways that you didn't expect it to happen. But then it says, don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. So whatever it is that is coming at you that feels upsetting or bewildering or a little bit off and unexpected, just know that everything is balancing out. One last card, please, for this person. We have these two almost coming out. I'm not going to take them, but I am going to say, first off, you have a lot of strength. And the King of Spears is the King of Swords in reverse. You have a lot of strength. So when you get upset, your energy actually pushes out really boldly to the world. And like I said, if you're extremely upset about things and you're expressing that outward, it doesn't mean hold it down. Don't hold it down. Don't hold it in. But maybe don't allow it to come out as sharply. Maybe take 30 minutes and 5 breaths or sleep on it or something like that before you respond to someone. And before you get so angry that you scream, maybe take 30 minutes and 5 breaths to just do calming techniques and things like that, because your energy is super powerful. And this King of Swords in reverse is a very powerful, nasty energy that we can sometimes have when we get really upset about stuff. This could be emotionally crying. It could be yelling. It could be completely shutting down and cutting people off. It could look at a lot of different ways, but your energy's very, very strong. Now, this can be transmuted for good things, which is something I do teach, and I'm happy to teach you how to do that. If you want to book an appointment, you do not have to. I was running out of time there, so I'm going to start another 10-minute thing here, but I'm almost wrapping up here. But you can transmute this energy, alchemize this energy, and you may already know how to do that, and that's great if you do know how to alchemize it. I may be just here to remind you to do that, to not let your anger, your emotions, your sadness, your any of those very normal, very natural human emotions to just linger out in the world. Okay. You want to transmute those. Don't leave your sloppy sauces all over the counter. Okay. We wipe them up. We get things back and organized, and we make beauty out of what mess may have been there or chaos may have been there. I'm gonna put these back in though, because that was not the main part of the message. That was a mini side part of the message. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ooh, okay, we have 2 here, and they came out sideways. We're gonna have them lean a little bit this way. I'll tell you what that means. So we have the 3 of hedgehogs in reverse. So mostly the message is going to be the reversed side of this card with a little bit of the upright. So 3 of hedgehogs reversed. The three of hedgehogs suggests that a collaboration that once had great potential is falling apart. So something may be falling apart in your life that you were expecting to work out. Whether there is a lack of communication, an unfair power dynamic, or the goal has become unclear, it's apparent that things aren't coming together as planned. Like an unexpected thing, right? And that, everything's going to work out. Let's look at that positive mindset of like, whatever's happening now is going to bring something better forward. Now, the upright position, which has a hint of the message, mostly it's at reversed. It says, 3 of hedgehogs is a clear indication your key to success lies in collaboration and cooperation. So this is giving me the energy of, if there happens to be a lot of hot emotions or a lot of emotional, like overspilling and flooding, working to try to get along in a smoother way with the world around you, maybe not even just people, but like the world around you, and kind of letting things flow by you a little bit easier is kind of the vibe that I'm getting here with this upright position of it. Clear indication your key to success lies in collaboration and cooperation. Some goals are too great to be reached alone. Seek advice, guidance, and support from others to help you manifest your vision. So I also want to say, like, if you're feeling called to work with me, or if you feel called to hop on one of my lives when I'm live and ask questions or things like that, then I'm happy to try to answer them as I am able. Then we have the Hermit, which is a major arcana card. This one is mostly upright with a slight attention to the reversed position. So the Hermit says, hidden in his teapot, the dormouse enjoys time spent alone pondering ambiguous rhymes. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder where you're at. The Hermit is a figure who values privacy, seclusion, and deep thinking. In the upright position, which is where we're mostly focused for this, the Hermit is a clear sign that it's time to take a step back. It can be difficult to evaluate situations and relationships with a healthy perspective, 30 minutes and 5 breaths, sleep on it, right? When you're caught up in the middle of them, making room for a bit of alone time and introspection will do you a world of good. So this is something that I'm really feeling is now becoming a really important part of the message, because we have a major arcana card, which is a more impactful, long-term, deeper rooted need to do something, to change something, to heal something, or it's a repetitive pattern that's constantly coming up in your life over and over again and is causing or influencing some of the perhaps chaos or heavier emotions around you. And if you were to change or shift or consider this one different thing, you might see a lot of things shift, because almost everything in our life, if we start with ourselves, it's amazing how the world shifts around you. And I know this from experience. I had a lot of chaos in my life a few years back, and I started just managing my own emotions, my own reactions, my own responses. And the very first thing on my spiritual journey was the mantra of that year was manage your emotions. It was for 2022. Manage your emotions. That was the one thing I had to focus on. And I was not control, not suppress, but learn how to manage, transmute, alchemize, all of that stuff with emotions, because they're actually your superpower. And you have a lot of metaphysical energy through your emotions. So to have big ones, whether they're loud or quiet and deep, like loud and external or quiet and deep, they're actually really amazing for alchemy and healing work and things like that. So upright, the Hermit is a clear sign that it's time to take a step back. It can be difficult to evaluate situations and relationships with a healthy perspective when you're caught up in the middle of them. Making room for a bit of alone time and introspection will do you a world of good. But we're going to look at it a little bit in the reverse also. A hint, not so much the full thing, because they came out sideways and slightly turned in these directions. So reverse, spending time by yourself can be recharging and healthy. But when reversed, the Hermit suggests that introversion has turned into isolation and loneliness. So there is a call for you to also get out and try new things, is what I'm feeling. So we're going to take a little bit of time when it comes to some of the heavier things in our lives. We're going to slow that down, sleep on it, shift our perspective, pause a little bit before we respond to things or make decisions on things. But also making sure that we're not overthinking, because it says you may be overthinking things and creating a lot of needless worry for yourself. Remember to pop out of your hideaway and join your friends at the tea party every now and then. I hope that this reading is helpful for you. Thank you again for letting me read for you. I really appreciate it. I felt such a call to do this message right now. It is currently is it the 25th? I think it's the 25th of February today. Pretty sure it's the 20th. I have my calendar right here. Yes, Wednesday the 25th of February. But whenever this reaches you, whoever this reaches, I know it is for one particular person, but if it resonates for somebody else, that is wonderful. If I don't see you guys in a session, that is totally fine. If you have not checked out my first episode of my new podcast, Ascending Phoenix podcast, it's on all the platforms. It talks about my own beginning of my journey, when I knew that everything was real, that all these dimensions and all this weird stuff was real. Talks about some of the supernatural things that I encountered briefly as a child, a teenager, and also how to discern spirit, how to tell between your ego, your fear, your anxiety, and what I do for those types of things. But please consider going and listening to that, supporting it, sharing it, commenting, rating it with 5 stars. I would appreciate it. It's pretty much on every single platform. All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time with all of this, and I wish you well on your journey.